honoring those who put their lives on the line to serve our communities. This is Steve Scaffidi's Salute to Service, presented by Waterstone Bank and sponsored by Mission 94. Here's Steve Scaffidi and Kristen Bry.
Kristen is off today. She'll be back tomorrow. I love this week, Heroes Week. And again, thanks to Mission 94 and Waterstone Bank. Every story is different. We've had young firefighters, young police officers. We have a veteran firefighter today. Joining us in studio, the chief of Milwaukee's Fire Department, Chief Aaron Lipsky. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
And heavy equipment operator, firefighter Jermaine Perry. JP, we're going to call you because that's what you said we should call you. You are fourth of 5 honorees for Salute to Service. We're going to hear from you in a second. We have a nice feature there that sort of took our interviews from last week and put it all together, but added some music. But you responded to a fire last year, Sunday, May 11th. Chief, I'm going to have you just set this up because this was the Mother's Day fire, 4-story apartment building, and the fire broke out. The Highland Court Apartments, 5 people lost their lives, but the reason Jermaine and JP's here today is because lives were saved.
That's correct, and we've got to remember that part of it. We counted roughly 71 people rescued.
That's an amazing number.
It's. I can't think of a time we've had a fire that successful despite the horrible tragedies, and I never want to forget that. But huge demonstration of skill and bravery and know-how and grit, and JP just exemplified that.
Let's hear JP's story.
Wow, well, first of all, Steve,
An attempt to understand the unimaginable after that deadly apartment fire near 27th and Highland claimed 5 lives.
I'm Aaron Lipsky. I'm the fire chief of the Milwaukee Fire Department.
My name is Jermaine Perry. Most people call me JP. I am a heavy equipment operator for the Milwaukee Fire Department.
I nominated heavy equipment operator Jermaine Perry because there are just certain times when opportunity and preparation intersect at the exact right time. And as terrible as the Mother's Day fire was of 2025, there were a lot of really solid performances by Milwaukee firefighters. Our firefighter, Jermaine Perry, was piloting the very first ladder truck to the scene. There are many times you pull up to a fire building and it is visually spectacular just because of the flames issuing from the building, the smoke.
I can see the kids' eyes lit up from the 4th floor.
That was this scene times 100. The 3rd and 4th floor were pushing smoke from all visible sides of the building, numerous windows, and there were numerous people at windows already.
That scene there, that was probably the closest thing to a movie I've ever been in.
This presents a bit of a quandary because who do you grab first? And you make judgments about who to grab first based upon positioning, based upon where you believe the fire is, based upon the pressure and density and color of the smoke pushing out of the window behind him. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a burden to bear, and some folks may crack under that pressure.
Firefighters from across the city quickly rushing here to 27th and Highland. The fire chief says when those first firefighters got here, they were far outmatched.
When I arrived on the scene, I positioned the rig in the way I could use the bucket aerial.
Positions that rig surgically. Now, this is not a small light vehicle. This is a heavy ladder truck, and knowing its capability, he uses this 100-foot ladder truck like as an extension of his own arm. And he uses the bucket on the end of that, and he goes up in there.
There's a family of 3, and there's a kid, a teenager, and an adult female. First thing I did was I locked eyes on the kid. I almost got tunnel vision, but I knew that I was gonna go get him. The sheer terror that the kid had as I was grabbing him, but once I got him into the bucket, you could just see that he felt, all right, I'm okay now. Got those 3 individuals out, brought them down to safety.
On this terrible day with those 5 losses, because that's a hard thing for firefighters, I thought it was important to remember that we had 71 hands-on rescues. He executed it flawlessly.
After the event, days, weeks, months later, do you ever meet any of those people that you saved?
No.
You think about them?
I do think about them, but never met them.
Why did you decide to become a firefighter? What was it about this job, this profession, that you said, that's my story?
My father was a firefighter, and I have a brother in the job.
Some people would say, I don't want to do that because I've seen them do it, but that's not you.
Well, that's actually what I said initially. And my dad said, well, why don't you just give it a shot? And I gave it a shot, and I haven't looked back since.
When you think about the idea of a salute to service, what does being selected as one of those 5 honorees mean to you?
I'm honored and I am 100% humbled.
Salute to service means doing the right thing when nobody's watching, when there is no hope or desire of recognition. H.E.O. Perry, he does the right thing day in and day out. He does this not out of a sense of heroism. He does this because he knows his training and his skills can best be put to work where the need is the greatest. And thank goodness for it, because his service is the best you're going to find. What a better salute to service than somebody who has spent all of their time doing the right thing and doing the hard, somewhat boring, repetitive preparation that on this day saved so many lives.
When I went into work, it was just another day, another shift for me. We have an awesome leader in Chief Lipsky here, and knowing what he used to be like in the firehouse, it's cool to actually let him know that we have it, pushing the culture forward, high level.
I'm going to let you meet Jermaine J.P. Perry after this on Salute to Service Day, Heroes Week, right here on 620 WTMJ. All right, let's meet the man of the hour, Jermaine J.P. I'm going to call you J.P. Perry, City of Milwaukee firefighter, heavy equipment operator. We heard the story. First of all, welcome and congratulations.
Wow. Well, thank you, Steve. Thanks for having me. This is absolutely an honor, and it's an incredible award to receive. I'm just extremely humbled to be recognized for what was my individual performance that day. But let's be clear, I want to thank all the members of the fire department that showed up that day. Starting off with my company, Truck 9, and give a recognition to my boss, Chris Vogt, who challenged me. He challenged me to get proficient and familiar with that new piece of apparatus that we received.
Describe it to people, because we say heavy equipment. What does that mean? Ladder truck.
Ladder truck. So yeah, it's exactly that. But this particular ladder truck, if it's not positioned in the right way, you can't utilize the aerial. You can't utilize the bucket. And it's the first mid-mount ladder truck that we had in the city. And again, we were pretty much given the keys to this truck and said, hey, figure it out. There was obviously some training, but we had to take it upon ourselves to get familiar, watch videos, read the literature, and so ultimately we prepared. We received the bucket, we prepared, and then when it came time to execute, we were able to execute.
Take me back to that day, because we heard the chief talk about it. Extension of your arm, I think, is the term that you use, Chief, right?
Yes.
That ladder, and then you had to make that decision. You talked about the young child that you saw. You locked eyes.
Correct.
That's part of the process. And is that training, or is that just instinct?
That right there, that was instinct. I mean, it was instinct. It was trust with my company officer and myself, because my company officer, he went inside the building with another member of our crew, and he left myself and another member with the truck to do these rescues. And again, that was trust, and he trusted me to get the job done, and I think I did an okay job.
Texter says, remind you both, it's a 70,000-pound vehicle, apparently. That's about as heavy as it gets, isn't it? Chief, when you hear that, I mean, you obviously were there. I mean, you know the story instantly better than anybody. When you see work being done like this, you mentioned the training, but it's more than that. It's a commitment to saving people's lives and to doing the work of a first responder.
Absolutely. We saw so many excellent displays of this on this day, and I was drawn to JP's story when you asked for this nomination, because he put so much time in, and the training is so crucial, but there's an attitude that goes with high performers, and you can't train that into somebody, right? You can control people's time and their behaviors, to some degree, but if you get a high performer like JP, when you ask me how does it feel to hear these stories or to observe this firsthand, I'm the luckiest human being on the planet that I get to work around people like JP.
Absolutely. And we're honored that you're here with us, because the story's amazing. 25 years. You surprised me when you walked in last week. There's no way this dude is 25 years on the fire department, but you are.
Yeah, absolutely. 25 years.
No retirement in your near future.
In the near future, but right now I'm I'm feeling really good, and we're just going to keep the good times rolling.
I'm not going to ask you what salute to service means to you. I know you know the answer, but I want to ask you, why firefighting? Why was this your life's commitment? Why did you decide this was the thing you wanted to do? And you could have done other things. You had some legacy there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I have some legacy. Like I said before, my father is on the job. I have a brother on the job.
But you don't have to do that job.
Nope.
You could do a different job.
Yeah, and I think it was more so, like I said, I gave it a shot. I love the camaraderie, the team building, and I love competition, and I love performance, and that's what this job is about. It's about being the best, and again, I love using the word high level because, again, you can be a mid-major or you can be a high-level firefighter, and I like to stay in the higher end.
It has been my honor to have you be our 4th of 5 honorees for sure. Heroes Week, salute to service, thanks to the great folks at Waterstone Bank and sponsored, of course, by Mission 94. Chief Lipsky, thanks for the nomination.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
JP, I look forward to you invited me to your firehouse. I'm going to come and have lunch or dinner or whatever.
Absolutely. Let us know what you want to eat. We'll
how about that?
take care of that.
You got to bring Jazz along, though, too.
We'll bring Jazz. We'll probably bring a couple people because I know you make a lot of food because I've been to a lot of fire houses over my long tenure doing the things that I've done. Great honor for you and well-deserved. Thank you for both for being here. This is our 4th of 5. We got one more tomorrow. It's also a firefighter, a volunteer firefighter. That was the distinction this year. I saw that story. I go, God bless anybody that does the work, but when you volunteer besides your regular job, that's pretty. You know this, Chief.
Absolutely, that is tough work. You're jumping out of bed at night. You're leaving your job. That's a special type of commitment.
All right, thanks to all of you for listening. We got one more segment. We'll wrap up today's show. Salute to service. It's my favorite week of the year, and now you understand why that is.